I'm thinking of adopting a new pet. Should I get the Switch 2 or McDonald's new McCrispy strips with a creamy sweet chili sauce?
Welcome back to the Incredibles podcast. I'm Roman.
I'm Logan.
And I'm Aiden.
We're about to talk about some random crap.
Can I get that large though?
Anyway, but
Anyway,
I gotta tell you about my weekend. This is fresh now.
we're gonna do that now.
Why not? It was really transitional, so that's why. But no, anyway.
Whatever. Thank you very much.
Oh boy.
Started off as
I'm
always.
I don't know.
This week we will be ranking vines. Our top 5. I struggle with remembering some vines. So
Yeah.
So
I don't know if they're gonna be in order of.
Yeah, just say like
top 5.
your like ones that you know you like.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just gonna find 5 that I know.
Yeah.
Because
It's probably a good
I
idea.
can't rank them.
Yeah.
You know, I think I know what on my head.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah,
Sure,
you
I'll
gotta
go-
go
I'll
first.
go.
We'll go one by one.
Okay. What's 9 plus 10?
That's a good one.
That is a very. I
It
forgot
wasn't
about that one.
necessarily my favorite, but it was just I said it so much as a kid. I was like, "What do you want?" It was just this big one. Okay.
Unless you want to go next.
1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5.
Yes.
Okay.
How we did it last episode. We're gonna do this episode too.
I wasn't there.
I know you weren't there. Okay. I'm gonna do the two bros chilling in a hot tub. 5 feet apart because we're not gay.
That's a good one. That is a very
It's good.
one.
I don't think it's top tier.
Yeah.
But it's so quotable.
It is. It really is.
My number 5. These ones I'm not really ranking. It's
No,
just the
we're
ones
not
that
We're
I
not
know.
ranking them, but we're just
We literally already said
Well,
pay attention.
that.
sorry, I keep thinking
So
about food.
fascinating on your pet.
Yeah, I keep thinking about those strips. Whew. Anyway, the creamy chili sauce. Anyway, probably gonna be iridocyclitis. The way he says it, iridocyclitis.
Yeah, you can visualize those glasses.
You can visualize the kid. I mean,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Another one I want to add was Raven's birthday, celebrating on that beach, finding out she can't swim.
I can't swim.
Dude,
I think that's mine too.
it
I
took
love
me
that
like
one.
it took me a good 2 years to understand what she said. Because she was like, I can't swim. I was like, what? Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
no.
I'm going with that too. Go ahead.
All right. I'll go with
Nice and simple.
I'll go with look at all those chickens.
Yeah.
I think that's a good number 4.
That's pretty good.
Noodle.
I don't know. I'm trying to really find some good ones. It's hard.
You know you can laugh out loud. Aiden.
I'm trying to hold it.
Why?
I gotta be serious.
Another one I kind of quote. It's the guy throwing his frisbee. Goes on the street and goes, "What the fuck, Richard?"
That's a good one.
I quote that a lot because if someone's just being so stupid,
Yeah.
I just, "What the fuck, Richard?"
Yeah, I think you said that to me a couple times.
Yeah, their names.
Yeah.
Their names like I don't know, like Sally.
Yeah.
No. Sally is not a recurring character, or Sally can be.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll
Sally
see.
will be in every single Perfect Marvel project from here forward.
She might die out, and she'll come.
They'll be like the 2 old men.
Yeah.
The people listening don't know about that yet, but 2 old men.
Yeah. That's your third one?
Mine? I could have dropped my croissant.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm gonna drop my croissant. That is a very good one.
Yeah, I love that one. That was great.
Oh, number 3 spot. Yeah, I know. I already know my number 1. It's just trying to figure out what goes in between.
I don't know what my number one is.
I'll probably have to go with Only a Spoonful. It's not really a known one, but that comically large spoon that he held.
Is it, what's his name?
Oh,
I know exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, his head. It's,
Somebody help me. Does a backflip. He ran away. Yeah, but that backflip though.
Maybe I remember that.
oh, I'll have to look his name up.
Okay.
King Batch.
King Batch. That's
King
what it was.
Batch.
Yeah. Only
I
a
got my number
Spoonful.
2 and my number 1. So
I would
I
keep
got-
looking.
I'm locked
My
in.
number 2 this one really popped in my head. This is Kansas, but this is not Arkansas. America, please. Why is this not Arkansas?
Yeah, that's a good one. I agree.
Maybe
with him.
question my government.
I agree with him.
Yeah.
My number 2 is there's only one thing worse than a rapist.
Oh,
Boom.
a
A
child.
child.
That is a very, very
I
good
love
one.
that one. Yeah.
I think my number 2. Ooh, I think it's got to be the Spider-Man guy. It is Wednesday, my dudes.
You could have just said
I know.
It
I
is
forgot for a
Wednesday,
second.
dude.
I forgot for a
Alright.
second.
it's Jimmy here. That's who said it.
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to talk about an honorable mention. This bitch empty. Yeet.
That's a good
That's
one.
a very
I
good
don't
one.
have an honorable mention.
I don't think I have
said
an
my
honorable
number 1.
mention.
Do your number 1.
Okay, my number 1. 2 shots of vodka. Proceeds to pour
Yes.
a glass. But that caught me so far because then when in the Vine they like zoomed it in and then they buffed up the sound. So 2 shots of vodka.
Go, 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 go.
Okay, I will do an honorable mention because I completely forgot to. I think it was going to be my number 2, but I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Road work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does.
That is a good one.
And my number 1. What the dog doing?
What the dog?
And
I
agree
quote
with
that
you.
all the time.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. My honorable mention is, "Hi, welcome to Chili's." Classic. But my number
We can
1.
relate to that.
Yes. My number 1 is, "What the dog doing?"
Yeah.
That's
It's just
it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat, man.
King Batch was literally the king of Vine.
Mhm.
I got another honorable mention.
Okay.
Wrong size, motherfucker. Some fries, motherfucker.
Yes.
Jew dies, motherfucker. It was just like he was really good.
He
He
was.
was good.
Wasn't that the dude that looked like Frozone?
Yeah. 'Cause he was like, where's my super suit? He was good. But anyway, I gotta talk about my weekend.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Go ahead, go
I
ahead.
can now.
Sorry I cut you off.
No,
But
you're
I'm
fine.
not.
You're fine.
I'm not sorry. Shut up.
Okay. But so anyway, Amber like worked at this chemist place at OSU, and they called like the demo lab. They do things for kids. This is just the reason why I was there. I'm explaining. Anyway, they had this tent. The wet. If you experienced it, you guys here, it was all over, basically over Ohio. The rain was everywhere Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
It
I was
was-
at Kings Island.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I was
It
at
was
home.
horrible. Anyway, her and her like couple of her people at the job were doing this thing. It's meant to demonstrate for kids, so that's why it was at COSI. And their whole thing was when rain or shine, so they continue to do it. And me being supportive, we drove up there. Me and my mom like COSI anyway. It's a good museum.
I haven't
It's
been
very
to
good.
Zion for.
I know, me
I used
too.
to go when like at Kids Are Kids by our high school. That was like a kids daycare place. They would take field trips every couple of years to COSI, and my mom would just come along because she just wanted to be on field trips with me. I get it, and so I just went down there for nostalgia purposes. Expensive.
Up there.
What? Did I say down there?
You said that there.
You pulled a me,
Oh yeah.
not knowing
Hey,
direction. Because I say,
No,
I'm going to
directions
Cincinnati,
are
I'm going to go up
relevant.
there.
Directions are relevant.
See, the way I think about it
This is
is
where you're facing.
when I'm going to Cincinnati, I get on the highway and I go that
Or
way.
you go up. I know you go up.
So, to me,
Feels like you're going up.
I'm going up.
Yeah.
Going under.
But in reality, I'm going down.
Down. I know. No
It
comments.
doesn't make any sense.
No. Well, I'm always heading drove forward, so I feel like I'm going up.
Yeah.
Here you go. But sometimes you're down. I'm gonna head down there. It's a way. I'm gonna head down there.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm just gonna head up there. Oh, head up so short. Like I'm gonna head up here where this podcast is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head back up to my house.
Which technically, where we're recording is up
A lot of
from
places.
where you
Oh my
were.
God.
And it's up from where I was.
barely.
Yeah, no, but still.
But then you're like, no, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down to close. It's like far. I don't know. Anyway, so it was around like 2:30, and that's when like their show starts, and we're just standing in an umbrella. It is pouring down, and they still go on with it. There's some few nerds and geeks that were there, just like woo, supporting everything. They get done. My mom's like, "You still want to go to COSI and all that?" I was like, "Sure, yeah."
It's an indoor place, so like
Yeah. It was warm and nice, and we forgot it was closing at 5, so we really only had an hour and a half. But anyway, so we go in. I'm starving. So me and my mom, we order like a chai, a beer, and a pretzel. That's what we're in the mood for. We drink them all. We realize that we can't go to the exhibits because it says no food or drink. So we're like, okay. And if you walk in, if you remember, there's like the thing that like moves
the
back
clock
and forth.
thing.
Yeah, and it like
Pendulum.
slowly hits the ball every 2 hours or whatever. Behind that, there's an opening, big room that people will get to talk. If it's like demonstrations or talk, anyway. So we're walking by because we were like, oh, we just go to the gift shop. We can spend an hour there, wait till our cheese cool down and drink them. I hear the guy talk about dire wolves. He's talking about like bringing them back.
They already brought those back.
Yeah, I know. There's like 15 of them or something like that.
No, there's 2.
There's 2? Okay.
Yeah.
That's just what he heard. I heard like a number. Anyway, I was like, anyway.
That I know of.
Yeah. I thought there's a lab. There's a lab of them. He talked about Rodney's convenience. I was like, oh, I think I remember that voice. So I turn my head, and it's Kylie Peterson. And like, I've not gotten many chances to meet a celebrity. But like a couple. But this was like a YouTuber.
Yeah, he's not like a big.
No, but
when you text me, I was like,
who?
I might know who that is. I didn't recognize the name, and then you sent me a picture. I was like, oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, he's like one of the peaceful YouTubers. Last YouTuber I saw was part of the Danos crew, and now I will not associate his name because he's a very bad person. Yes, he was on tour. Saw Jiggly Panda there. He was great. Anyway,
Just had to double check to make sure.
Mini lad. Anyway, I used to watch it, but anyway, when things were fine. So anyway, I've been watching Kylie Peterson. I don't remember the channel's name. It was like the Wild something. Anyway, since I was like 10. I like remember watching the coconut videos. He like climbed to pick at coconuts because he was showing the difference between brown and green coconuts, and he found an iguana and called it Wilson after the cast away. Blah blah. Anyway, so I'm sitting there because like he's actually talking about some cool stuff, and then he gets to a Q&A, and some people are like, "What's the most painful bite? Most painful thing?" He said the desert centipede was the most painful, like one bite, and it's this foot-long red centipede. Would make you shit your pants.
Shoot it.
Oh, I would.
Easy as that.
You can't even step. You can't step on it. It's the size of your foot and it's strong. No, like it's pretty strong. Anyway, he said that was the most painful one bite. His most painful interaction ever. Him and his team got 100 yellow jackets in a box and put his hand in there. He got stung like 1,000 times in 10 seconds. He's like, that was the most painful. Oh, he's going back. There's some kids there. So they're like, can you get bitten by a seahorse? And he's like, super nice. He's just like, no, you can't. I one time caught one. It was really nice. He talked about this. Anyway. Oh, God.
I apologize.
Every time. Every time. Wasn't there last time there was something? Anyway, I can't remember. But anyway. Dumb dog.
Amen.
Anyway, wow. But, so he gets on, and I wanted to ask a question, but I didn't know how to. It was not anywhere close to what an animal was going to be. I was going to ask him how was Hot Ones. He was on Hot Ones. Yeah. So I was like, would you rather get bitten by a bullet ant or go back on Hot Ones? But I didn't. I think it would make him laugh and the other people laugh. But anyway, show gets on. I go to my mom like, man, I really wish I could get a picture of them. Well, I've been watching forever. So he gets done. He's got to walk out. My mom books it to him. And like he's like, so hey, hey, do you mind if we get a picture? And like one like random guy gets the picture like on the side, and then he's like, he figures everyone wants the pictures. He's like, is there like a coastline picture or something we can take? She's like, yeah. So we get, and we're following him, and I get to stand next to him, and my mom's got in the picture too. So I was like, it's not my glory, it's me and my mom's glory. Anyway, and so we got a picture of, I'm showing the two of them.
Alright,
nice.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but no, I was talking to him, and my mom's like, "Hey, he's been watching you since you were little, yada yada." And I was like, "Yeah, I've been watching you since the coconuts and iguana." And he goes, "Wilson?" Like he remembered.
Well, of course he remembers.
I know, but the fact was like he's gone so much, and it was 9 years ago, and so I was just like, made my day. I was like, I met a celebrity.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to meet like any YouTubers. The closest I got was going to see Ghost Files live.
Yeah, but that was like sketch.
I was really close to the stage.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, we're going to open up a Q&A. And some people went up there like, we take a picture. I was like, I would love to. But I don't have the social interactions to go up there.
Yeah.
And do that.
Oh
So,
man.
I know, but they were just on stage and they like
Yeah.
crouched down like
Going back, would
a
you
hand sign.
going back? Would you have done it?
Probably not still.
Figured.
Yeah, no,
I'm always too awkward for that. That's just
yeah, I've never met a YouTuber. I don't think I've only met like people from horror movies mainly.
Yeah, but it's like planned. Like it's like a ticketed event. This was not planned. I didn't know he was gonna be at cosplay. The closest I got to like actual celebrity, which was famous, was when I went to go see Metallica, and the bassist for Megadeth, another '80s thrash band. He like recently left Megadeth and went to the Metallica concert, which I thought was funny. Me and my dad are eating Little Caesars, and we're in Detroit, so it's like, oh, Detroit style pizza, blah blah blah. They have these little things, and we find a table out in a ring. It's in the Lions Stadium, and I look over, and the table across from me, I mean 5 feet in front of me, is Dave Ellefson, is what his name. And I'm like, I check my phone, I'm like, holy shit, it's like a millionaire, a musician. And so I'm like, hey, how are you? See Dave. And so like I get a picture of them and at my grad party. It was on the trifold or whatever. We had to make those things. And so he was a really chill guy. He's like, yeah, break bread. Points to the pizza. But that was the closest I actually got to a celebrity.
Yeah.
but you got a picture with them.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
I had a
so-
beanie and I do it, like that was the coolest.
You got pretty close to us.
Well, not only was it like to the other band Metallica, but an actual like. So at the point, I really wish we had. It was November when Aerosol like first formed, when it was
Yeah.
crystallized,
Oh
and it
yeah,
was the
yeah.
three of us, and we just wrote "We're Well Adjusted," not recording or anything.
Yeah.
If all I could be like, dude, we have stuff on iTunes now. Oh,
Yeah.
but no,
He wouldn't have listened.
he would.
No, he
I would have made him put him in his like his search bar, and he then
do it.
and then and do it.
Listen to the Uncrustables right now.
No, but they were just like talking. My dad's trying to like boast about me as like most like try dads do sometimes.
Yeah.
Like where they're like, "That's my son." Blah, blah, blah. He's like, "Yeah, they just they jam out, play." And he's like, "That's the way you do it." And then funny enough, this is funny. We it was a 2-day concert. It was like Friday night and Sunday night. We're doing the concert and we're enjoying it. It's mosh pits. This is before my dad's injury. But anyway, we're jamming and we're jumping up and down. We're having fun. We're listening. And I turn around because there's like, it's huge. And there's these about 6 giant, and they look like electric towers, but they're like hold the screens. And
Oh,
lights.
those things.
And there's
Yeah.
big box that you can then walk up and sit. I turn around and about 20 feet behind me is Dave. And I look at him and he waves at us. And I went back and I was like, he noticed all of us in the crowd. He just goes,
I mean, that's
and
pretty
that is the devil horns. I was just like, that made me so happy. Anyway.
I think a celebrity I would like to meet.
Well, first to go back, I actually did meet a YouTuber. I completely forgot. I went to a PASIC. It's like a percussion convention, and there was 2 YouTubers there that I listen and watch. EMC Productions.
Oh, is that what? Is one of them the guy that's like a veteran or in the military and he went on America's Got Talent? And he does like a bunch of drumming on a lot of tenors mostly.
Yeah, EMC Productions. Yeah.
The glasses.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
I met him,
watched
got a picture with him, and then this other guy named Zach Grooves, the drummer that I watched, that me and Noah actually both watched.
We both did.
And I have a video of him like playing while other kids are coming up playing on a snare, like just vibing with him, and then EMC just walks into the video and starts playing. And I was like, because I wasn't expecting to meet him,
That's fine.
but that was back in
Who do
2023.
you want to meet?
Matt Pat.
Oh yes,
I would love to meet
Yeah.
Matt Pat. Oh my god.
I saw his yearbook photo.
You know, but yeah. What? So that's a YouTuber you want to meet?
Yeah. I also want to meet Red and Link, but
Yeah.
YouTube. I want to meet Red Link.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have signatures from them in my cookbook. But dude, I want to meet Red Link.
I would love to meet Moist Critical.
okay.
Okay. You know what? I really want to meet Speed.
Absolutely not.
I want to meet
Smitty's up
Smitty.
there too. Okay.
No, Smitty.
He's my number 2. But I'd say
I want to be in a Smitty.
yeah, that's just
I want
one.
to play games with him.
Yeah, I want to play GTA.
Oh,
Mm.
The modded GTA.
oh my god.
Modded GTA would be so fun. Or
Just any game. Repo.
Repo. Oh my god. I love. Anyway, a famous celebrity like outside YouTube that I would want to meet. There's so many that I think would be a good time to probably like Pedro Pascal. Dude, go drinking with him.
Anthony Mackie.
That might be so We bought $20.
We bought $20.
I'm like, no, that'd be fine. It's trying to be like, yeah, I'd like to meet him, but then actually have like time with him. That like they have to be patient. So like Jeff Goldblum, he'll want to get a picture. Pedro, he'll be fine with a picture. Some people are kind of assholes, which by means they're a person, but there's also sometimes where you're perfectly fine and you know you're a celebrity, so it's like one. It's not like you're in a subway or off a plane. Like story I saw was a guy was trying to interview or see John Cena right as he gets off a plane, and John Cena's like, "Go away," and so he's like,
Oh, John Cena's so rude.
"Yeah, he saw his face. Yeah." And so then
He just got off the plane.
and then he goes to the premiere of this film, and John Cena's there, and John Cena recognizes that guy. He's like, "Oh, were you with them?" He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "So sorry, I just got off the plane. I was bad." He's like, "You wanted to ask me something?" And he proceeds to sit and talk with him for like 20 minutes about something.
Yeah.
It's like that's how nice John Cena is. So I was like, "Oh, I think I'd be honestly, I love John Cena. Outside of wrestling, he's a great actor.
Yeah.
Really
He's
funny.
hilarious.
He's
I
so
love him.
funny.
Have you
have
seen
a
his
clip from him.
Instagram?
Yeah, I haven't.
It's
He
just
posted
random.
those
I
random.
think I saved a clip from him about him or something. He was so funny, but it'd probably have to be like Pedro Pascal because I think he's.
I'd
Just,
love talking to Pedro. That'd be so
He's
great.
so
Yeah.
funny and I think
Nick
he'd be
Cage.
Random. Yeah,
Yes.
Well, I think that'd be funny, but also I know he'd get tired quickly though. He's older. And
He is.
He's very much a movie buff, and I feel like if
If you talk about Paddington 2 with him,
you bring up Paddington 2, he'll be fine with you for hours. You
Oh,
already
my
know
God.
that.
Yeah.
greatest movie ever.
I walked downstairs I think it wasn't yesterday. It was 2 days ago. I just walked downstairs and Riley has Paddington on the TV.
Which one? The 2 or 1? Two?
Paddington 2. I
Paddington.
just saw Paddington. I was like, "You watching Paddington?" He was like, "Watching Paddington 2." I was like, "Don't start crying."
No, he makes the marmalade in prison. So anyway, but yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, anyone who had like a decent conversation, like just some like comedians maybe, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
know they're slightly different. Like maybe
I think comedian wise.
what that's probably for me too. Or Dave Chappelle would be so funny to run into.
I mean, our group chat is named after him.
Yeah, it is.
Tom Segura is like he's quiet outside. He's so funny on like live, but he's kind of a quiet guy outside. So I feel like he'd be like, yeah, you're fine.
He also has a podcast though too.
But that's different.
So like,
That's
if
different.
you meet him, be like,
I'll
"I'm join our
Yeah.
I'll join ours, and then can I be on yours? Just talk about whatever.
He wouldn't
Yeah.
let us on his.
No,
He
me. He loved me.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, I saw him live.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's okay.
Does not matter.
I'll let him get away with a bunch of Jewish jokes.
He'll do that anyways.
I know,
Yeah.
but
He
like
bought one of Hitler's cups.
for Bert, I know it's so good. But I don't know.
I think that. Yeah, we went off track.
We
Quite a bit.
we went
so
way
it doesn't
off.
matter.
It's all right.
That reminds me. I do agree with you that chicken strips are really good. They're not a pet though. They're yummy. I have to try that chili sauce. I've
There's
only
the
had
sweet
ranch
creamy
and
chili.
garlic.
Yeah.
Get the Switch 2 though. I'm wondering when they'll be back in America, but get that Switch 2. I don't have one. Get that Switch 2. Mario Kart World
I'm
sounds
not getting one.
really Mario Kart World sounds really fun. For me, if I were to get a pet and anything, it'd probably be that gorilla. So if 100 men attack me, I could be really, really prepared. Because it'd be 100 men versus an animal, a gorilla, and then I'm just there.
Right
So
on
I
the
can be
back.
the winner regardless. Because I'm like, dude, that gorilla's mine. But if the men win, I'm like, well, we won.
Well,
I
we
saw
enjoy
a
with the
meme-
men.
I saw a meme about that, and it was like
I have so many of them
This-
saved.
this one guy. Like it was just a picture of this one guy. He's like, "It was terrible to put your father down or whatever." I think it was like the Chris Pratt.
What? Yeah, he goes like, it broke my heart to go into that cage. And I was like, it took me a minute to understand that meme.
I was like, "Oh my god,
Anyway, but if you could
that's
ask,
some lore."
that was lore. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I can't. The one thing Cincinnati's known for, besides chili and everything, was Harambe.
Dude, there was a thing when I went to Puerto Rico like a long time ago. I was in a
Why'd
restaurant
you go to Puerto Rico?
because I went on a cruise.
We've
And
known you for almost 4 years, and we don't know about you going to Puerto Rico.
I was young.
Okay.
We went to Puerto
Hell
Rico
yeah.
because I was going on a cruise.
Probably.
San Jose is where we stayed, and I'm sitting in a restaurant, and I look up at the wall, and it says "Rip Harambe," and I'm like,
Puerto Rico.
in Puerto Rico, and I had the date too, and I was like,
okay, so it had to been like 2016.
When I went to the zoo this year,
was
So
there
we
something
went
there?
through the gorilla exhibit. I was like, I'm looking for something that shows a sign of Harambe.
Yeah.
They have a little plaque.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Just
They
that
have
little
like
plaque.
it's like a plaque of all the gorillas that
Mhm.
have been in there.
Yeah.
Did they change the layout of that pit?
I think it's.
Because that was
I mean, it's not the zoo's fault that mom wasn't paying attention.
no, I know, but
Yeah.
it's also like you're supposed to be protective and people can't get inside. Obviously,
I
there's
think
like there's a meerkat exhibit that you can just pop in.
I went in. I'm 6'4", and I went in that little hole.
You mean you're
Oh,
like,
the
you just
little
went,
hole.
I crawled in and I went to that bubble.
you mean that little bubble? No, I'm telling you, like you could actually get.
I was like on my knees.
Yeah, no, I was. I mean, no, I'm saying
And my
like
head
you
was
can
down.
actually get into that exhibit. You can jump
tuck
over.
to- yeah.
You can jump
Oh,
over.
yeah, no,
I'm saying,
100%.
but they're not.
Same thing with the tortoise.
Yeah, but they're not.
It just
terrifying.
walks.
It's for the protection of us. We can view it fine. Like the lion has glass. It's for viewing. So that was a problem on the zoo because they probably sued the zoo. Because you can't just blame, oh, like mother. The mother could always, like, yeah, I blame her.
She was
Oh.
on her phone.
Yeah,
paying
yeah.
attention
No,
to
I
the
100%
child
blame
that
her,
was
but-
loose.
I know, but you also have to give, like, you also have to give credit to, like, give this responsibility for the zoo because that's, I mean, even if it was like, oh, I turned around, the child could just be a child and run off. The mom could be responsible. Say, like, if you're walking down, child just bolts off, sneaks inside. Like, it's supposed, like, it's like a coating. It's the size of the beam between, so the kid can't get in or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I just looked it up. She did not.
She did not sue.
She didn't sue.
Why did
The
she-
mother of the
Well, it's also
3-year-old
hard because you probably lose because it's a zoo.
boy who fell
versus
into
a
the
person.
gorilla enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo did not sue the zoo. The family stated they had no plans to sue. The focus was on the boy's recovery and the zoo's handling of the situation, which was
But our minds just work in sync, and it's
But,
terrible.
Anyway, but yeah, what animal would you have as a pet? Like, say this, not just like, oh, I want this. Think about it as you're trying to get tasks done. It's more than a dog. It's more than a cat. Cats just they do like as a pet.
Cats
they,
do nothing.
yeah. They
I know,
just
but like okay,
Period.
but say, not job wise because dogs don't do anything as like a task for you besides cops. They actually do that. But think of an animal that you could do that could try and maybe do multiple things that benefit the human, like is it abilities, tasks, something. A dog can sniff drugs, okay?
They also protect your house if it's
Yes.
if it's a good dog.
But
Yeah,
a lot of
if it's
other
a good
animals,
dog.
If it's a golden retriever, they're just gonna
They're just
gonna-
go up to the robber and be like, "You want to play or something?"
polar bears can protect your house. Yeah,
That's
a
true.
lot of animals can do protect us. What can you find an animal that can do a lot of things?
I have two things.
Okay.
One of them is just an animal I really want, and nope, it basically just a dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, so do I. I really want a dog.
Just a fennec fox.
I want a dog. Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
that. It's just a dog.
Yeah, I know. I want like I want like
It's adorable.
a albino fox or winter foxes.
Ooh.
A monkey with a handgun.
I was thinking.
Because monkeys can do.
Basically, just a downgraded human.
Yeah, exactly. But they'll listen to you
With a
sometimes.
handgun.
That's the protection part.
Yep.
It can bear arms.
And then they can do tasks for me if I ask.
You know, they can dance.
Can you go get me my phone?
They can cook too.
Like you said.
You're just kidding. I'm gonna put you in a yellow outfit with a yellow hat. Call you the man. in
I'm
the-
tall enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually don't know the height. How tall are the
It's-
people in the?
It's really relative because it's all compared to George, and he's tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just wanted to like, imagine like George is like a
6
foot.
foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it? Big Bird's like 9 foot. Or, no, what was it? It's like
Dora. No, Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig's
yeah,
like
it's
7
6
foot.
So how tall is the man
How tall's the mom?
in?
I just think about like there's a Family Guy plot line. I think Meg killed like a pig, like a car accident or whatever, and then Joe was like, I had to break it to the parents, and it cuts to Peppa Pig's
Yeah.
house. And he goes up, he's like, I have some terrible news.
I don't think this answers my question, but the man with the yellow hat is 6 hats tall.
How
No,
tall's
I
his
could-
hat?
He's 6 hats tall.
Hold on.
What kind of hat?
Oh yeah.
I know he has that. It's like a safari hat, but it's tall.
Okay,
Yeah, it's like-
okay. He's approximately 6 feet tall. So
So the hat's a foot
Around your
tall.
height.
Foot tall hat. Yeah, both of us could be the man in the yellow hat.
I'm some.
You'll be curious, George. But,
I'm 5'10", please.
shorty.
Like 5'10" isn't even short, but like,
Yeah, I'm
yours is
probably
tall.
like around 6'2" now because I did my
Yeah, I think you're 6'2".
because I thought it was 6'1", and then I like when we took the picture of Caddy Peterson, I looked up his height and he's like 5'11", and I said, "There's definitely 2 to 3 inches between us." So I'm just confidently 6'1", maybe 6'2". So
Mhm.
what if it's based off the morning? Do my knees hurt? Do I need a bend? Anyway,
See, like I know I'm 6'4".
yeah,
The doctor's height thing, always wrong.
it's wrong.
Yeah.
They had me
They
at 6 foot.
They literally just recently got me at 6 foot.
No way.
Yeah. And I was like, my
Yeah.
dad is 6'2", and I've been taller than him for a while.
Yeah, I'm like slightly less than my dad, and he's 6'3", and they caught me at 6
I think I am
foot.
taller than your dad.
Yeah, he's taller than my dad, yeah. But they caught me also like a year ago. No, less than like probably 6 months ago at 6 foot. I go, no. I was like, no.
Doctors are like,
I was like, get a new machine.
I was over here like I'm 6'3", and then I go to the doctor, they're like
6
5'11".
Yeah, no, I'm like slightly short. I'm a little shorter than you. So if you're 5'11", if you're 5'11", I'm not attractive to women. Women aren't attracted to me because you have to. Shut up. I know. Did you not even know that's the blueprint, man?
Poor Aiden.
Gosh.
That was such a loud. Anyway, Aiden. Besides whatever just happened, what animal would you have as a pet?
I mean, this would just be like a pet that's just a pet, not one that could do tasks. I would do a sea otter.
I love otters.
Sea otter?
Otters are great.
So adorable.
They are like I have a video on my phone of like just sea otters, and they're just so amazing. And I did my project on them. I built an enclosure for it and everything. They're just cute.
What class are you taking?
ASL. It was like we had a sign about animals.
Of
Okay,
course.
It was like we had to build an
Okay.
animal enclosure.
Any language class can have an excuse to do anything.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing it in that language.
Yeah,
But,
they practice verbal abuse.
They practice anti-Semitism.
No, they practice verbal abuse on me a couple times.
No, I know.
But
Especially Dodge.
I don't know. I think it would be a monkey. I feel like a monkey would be the only thing that'd
That's
be
gonna
able
be
to do
such a
tasks.
common answer.
It's just because it's a little tiny human.
It literally,
And
yeah.
As Neil deGrasse Tyson said, a monkey is as smart as a high functioning 1-year-old.
Yeah.
So they're not smart,
But they can
but
do
they'll do
stuff.
stuff for
Yeah.
You just so bad.
Train 'em.
I can't even say this because there's too many pinpoints to attach. But you're trying to do work without payment.
Exactly.
Okay. It's like if I said the
Okay,
word and
I
I
have to
can
pay for the monkey.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not going to no rainforest.
No, you just get it.
Have you seen me?
Yeah. Have you seen all of us? We ain't going to rainforest.
Nope.
There's gonna be the wicked wangers and the Saws wangers from like Willy Wonka. I don't know. No, you're just getting it. You're just getting
So
the
a monkey
creature.
just magically appears.
Just
Yes.
literally
The FBI
right now we
says,
get a knock on the door.
in your
Opens it,
Amazon
and
Here
box.
is your monkey.
In your Amazon box is a monkey with a collar on it.
How big is the box?
As big as the monkey.
Now, what kind of monkey?
Ooh.
Whatever you're making the decision.
Silverback.
That's a gorilla.
Then
Say gorilla. Don't say monkey. Say gorilla.
He wouldn't be able to get through doors.
No, he wouldn't. He's
What if
the size of-
Harambe just came back right now?
Can I have the gorilla from, was it Zookeeper?
Albino? No, that's from Rampage.
Apple bottom
Gee. I'll take the monkey from Rampage. That giant albino. What?
Little sign language.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Fuck me off. Nah, I don't know. So fine, you do monkey. I'm gonna try and do something different.
It's the easy.
It's easy.
Easy
answer.
No, I know.
'Cause I can't-
I also want a
don't.
raccoon, but that's.
I know. It's so cute. But you make a good point. If I could like specially train, you know what? I take the guinea pig from G-Force.
Which one?
Mm.
You know what? I'm taking the mole from G-Force.
Just because Nick Cage.
Just because Nick Cage plays him.
No, I'd take Sam Rockwell's because Sam Rockwell
is the
is
best, and I love him.
is Hammer,
I want to meet him.
and dude, he's so good. The first thing from the new Avengers was when Yelena. Hold on.
Actually, they changed all their marketing.
They
to
changed.
it, so it
Sebastian
doesn't matter.
Stan was putting the posters out. No, Yelena, when she was like, "Oh, you poor thing," and left with the guinea pig, I turned to Amber. I went, "G-Force."
No, I think about G-Force too much. I was like on my way to Kings Island, and there was a van that said G-Force. I was like, no way, they got all them in there. They got the whole crew in there. Oh, that's their vehicle. What are they doing in Ohio?
What's that one guy's name? The stupid one.
I haven't seen that movie in years.
I saw it this last year or whatever. Anyway, okay.
It's gonna be on our Nick Cage movie watch along.
Yeah. We gotta make a marathon of just all Nick Cage
Yeah.
movies. Why, dude? There's one. I don't know. There's a lot of movies that you guys don't know that Nick Cage is in. Like you haven't seen Face Off. Face Off.
I have.
Or you have.
Yeah, no, I have.
Maybe
Such
like a long time ago,
good
so I don't remember.
Movie. John Travolta, because he should have got nominated for it because he plays a hero and a villain at the same time.
So does Bob.
Yeah, you were right.
I love Bob.
I love Bob.
We're not talking about this right now.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's probably maybe.
I'm trying to okay. I was thinking like raccoon because they can if you train them they can lock pick stuff because they're extremely smart.
Yeah.
But I don't want an aquatic. I don't want an aquatic creature except if it can do both. Like I've already got
Like an otter.
Yeah, but or a crocodile because you can ride a crocodile like a giant crocodile.
It's not very fast.
Yeah, they are. On land, they can actually be very quick.
It depends. If it's just taking a nice
just
leisurely stroll, it's going
Okay, have you seen humans? They take leisurely strolls.
Honestly, I'm gonna take Moto.
Yes.
I was kind of thinking hippo because they'd be really nice. They're fast.
They're fast and
No, but
they are like
crocodiles-
one of the
crocodiles-
dangerous animals.
Yeah.
But crocodiles are very fast and they are saltwater, so they can go in the ocean as well. So if I actually really wanted to go in, but it's just kind of like, you know what? They look cool. I want to take a crocodile. I'm gonna take like Mighty Mike from the aquarium because he can go in salt water. They're fast on land, but they just go. They can because have you seen the thing where they basically slither out of the water to get me? Yeah. That's how strong they are. So I just take them on a ride and just go like,
Surf on them like a surfboard.
yeah, and I'm like, you know what? I want a recliner. I sit on his back. I'm like, open your jaw. Lay on his jaw, sunbathe. Yeah, you know, I'll take a crocodile, a giant saltwater crocodile.
Straight from Florida.
What?
From the
They're
Florida
not in Florida.
Everglades.
I'm taking the leatherback from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Leatherback from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, I gotta think because I used to be a big Turtles fan.
The animated. The one back from 2012.
No, I
the
love
garbage
that
one?
one.
It was good.
That's the only one I watched.
It was good.
That's the only one.
Okay, it's just not close to it.
It was good for a
His
little
turtles are
bit.
actually.
No,
Well,
it
yeah.
wasn't realistic. But it was good.
I grew up on that show,
Yeah,
so
I
like
know,
I
me
was
too.
all in.
I did too. I watched it all the time, and then I also watched the Michael Bay movies.
Yeah, those were funny.
They're funny. They're bad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oliver Queen kicks the shit out of a rhino. With hockey.
Terrible casting choice.
Terrible. I
But
know.
whatever.
He needed his money.
Gordon has a whole cast list for a animated TV show if they go based off the comics, and he's got Joe Keery as Casey Jones. I was like, oh, that's phenomenal. Why did I go on IMDb? What am I doing? I forgot what I was doing.
Yeah, but anyway. I think one last topic we can touch upon is just funny. We're not talking about any recent events about the Pope, but with Pope Francis passing.
Would a monkey make a good pope?
Not bad. No, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway, if it's a smart one. But anyway, no. If you were to think about a person, what person looks like the Pope? Like an actor? Because I don't want to like grab like Bill Gates doesn't. Like I want like a celebrity you know that they look like. And what's one person you actually think would be good pope.
Hmm.
Like,
Could there be one for both?
yeah.
I have it.
Who looks like the pope, but also could be the pope.
Stanley Tucci.
You're right. Because he was in conclave. He was in conclave. It's like me
Nobody
going,
can argue with Tucci.
yeah, but it's like me going, Ray Fiennes.
Yeah, he did great.
I haven't seen the movie. I think he was maybe bad. But anyway, okay, well, try and be different. Don't do anything from like a Pope-related movie.
I didn't even know he was in it, so
He was in Conclave.
yeah, it doesn't. I just know.
Oh my god,
the Tucci man.
the Tooch Man. Okay,
Oh,
who looks like somebody that would be like me? Like I don't want to say like Anthony Hopkins because he was already in it, but I'm trying not to cheat or whatever, or like find people that are old, like Abe was doing.
listen. I'm trying to look at
I
this
can't see
guy's
your screen, but I
name.
can tell what you're doing. I'm trying to think of like you're not horribly wrong like Robert De Niro or from earlier, but who's
Is this the guy? No, it's
old?
not the guy.
He was fine for a little bit. He was also damn it, he's in Conclave.
It doesn't really Oscar Isaac.
No,
He voiced Jesus
when?
in King of Kings, the animated film that came out this year.
Think about the one from like Lord Love and Thunder was the king of carpentry, the god of carpentry, which is what Jesus is.
No, Oscar Isaac doesn't need any more Marvel roles.
No, just he has
3.
That's the name of the guy.
yeah. That's
Google treating you well.
Yep, finally found him.
guy. What's your answer?
It was-
No, this is just a funny one that I just thought of. I don't know who.
God.
Oh my god. Then fine. Who's the one? I don't know. I'm trying to explain who would be good because they would play the Pope. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson would be really good Pope.
Yeah.
And he said he doesn't not believe in God.
No, he's just saying if you give evidence, he's a very evidence person. I think
Yeah.
He's an evidence-heavy person, that's for sure.
Dick Van Dyke could be the Pope.
He's old enough.
Yeah, no, he has all that Pope, in my opinion.
He's alive.
He's like 90 something.
Mm.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that might be my answer.
Who?
Michael Caine. Master Wayne.
Master White.
I am the Pope. He's my Pope. Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson might be my person who would be the Pope because
That's such a
I don't.
stupid answer.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not Catholic, so I don't know what it means by the Pope
Charlie Cox.
because he's blind.
Because he plays Daredevil, and Daredevil is Catholic.
That's why.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
He would honestly. He kind of.
I am the Pope.
I bless you.
You
Anyway,
have been
blessed. I'm trying to think. Who's another
He
like?
only does
Who's
the
like a
pinball.
okay? Besides actors, because Neil deGrasse Tyson's technically an actor, but
Yeah, he played Waddles in Gravity Falls.
I know
Yeah.
he also did his. He's in the comic books too. He's in Superman.
Yeah, he came up with Superman's origin story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Well, it's just him viewing how old. I think,
Him
it was,
using logic.
I think it was just how old he was. Because it was saying like he was as old
No,
as
it
he
was
could,
about Krypton.
well, because he was saying he could view it from. He was saying like you can view his death of Krypton from the planet. And he's like based off of the only way is if you went through a wormhole, so you can travel the light.
So
But-
you beat the light.
He was saying, yeah, he was identifying how old he was.
No, that was literally just about how he got to Earth.
Yeah, but it's also technically how old he was. He's like how on Earth he was. Yeah, how he got there, which was either purely the ship.
He's like, if the ship flew with the rays of light with Krypton,
Then it
then
exploded when
he'd
you
be
left.
like 30 years too late.
Like Megamind. Just he went with the explosion.
Yeah. But if he went through a
Wormhole, you're seeing
then he would beat the rays of light, and by the time he gets to
Earth.
the place where Neil deGrasse Tyson works, the Haven Planetarium or whatever, he
Yeah, he
by the
sees
time
it.
he gets there, he would be just perfectly on time to
Yeah,
Yeah.
But anyway, but
love Neil deGrasse Tyson.
and I was thinking like somebody logically, but he's good. But it's like somebody who can stand as a figure. People felt comfortable and like he's like a grandpa. or somebody could be like a father figure to somebody because that's who he was. Neil deGrasse Tyson doesn't always give like father.
Johnny Knoxville.
No.
Because he was it dirty grandpa or bad grandpa?
Bad grandpa.
The
Dirty
bad
grandpa was Robert De Niro.
Okay. It was one of the two. Or he pooped on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul's tummy doesn't feel so good.
Pedro Pascal is my pope.
People rally behind him. That's
Yeah.
solid. That's a solid pick, honestly.
He's like,
Posing for his pope pictures.
it's like super fine outfits. Yeah, I mean, that be it.
Aiden?
Neil
You
deGrasse
talk
Tyson.
enough.
I know he doesn't talk enough.
I don't know. David Attenborough.
Yeah, Embro.
Yeah.
I just thought about him, and I was like,
The Bible.
I'd say he'd be a great pope. He's very old.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ in his natural environment.
On the cross.
I'm actually shocked that I even thought about him, but I
Yeah,
would
that's
say he'd
late.
be
I
a
forgot he
great
was-
pope. Yeah, me too. And so I was like, wait a second. No, I choose him to be my pope.
Either him or Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty solid.
There you go. Sorry, I'm looking at B-Dub's prices.
Valid.
Yeah.
It's not that expensive.
Hmm.
It's not bad.
You know the price of those new McCrispy strips, though?
What's the zip code here?
45011.
4551. Okay, I just know mine, so it was just order.
Let me look at the price. This is where this episode has gone to.
This is what's gonna
Yeah.
end.
Looking at prices of
Golden Fire.
Oh.
Regular range. And to bag. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, it's my order's probably gonna cover all of mine and some of yours.
Okay.
My card. So that's fine. Or good. Prices are not bad.
no, B-Dubs is not.
No, that's
Well, wings are expensive because they're more than $1 per wing. It's stupid.
Do you want 4-piece or 3-piece?
What?
McCrispy strips.
You getting them
Oh,
right now?
price.
Give me 4.
You getting them
That's
now?
$6.
$6? Okay, that's
No,
not
he's
bad.
testing the price.
Oh.
I'm just having price.
I was like,
3-piece is $5.
Hmm.
But if you want a meal, it's $10 for 4, $9 for 3.
Hmm.
what comes with them in the meals with the fries and a
Fries and
drink?
a drink.
That's so much, dude.
Worth it.
No,
Those McCrispy strips.
What about the chili? Sweet,
I think with
creamy
it's
chili.
free.
Comes with it.
Oh, it does?
You can
Sweet.
just go up to them and be like, hey, can I get some sauces? And they're like, here.
Hmm.
Here. Oh, coming at your face. No, that, yeah,
That's my
right.
pope.
You
Yep.
got your pope. You got your pope.
I
I
got
got
my
my
Dude.
pope.
All answers. Pope or pet, McCrispy strips.
Literally.
Amen. Why do I keep on saying
Yeah.
It's a religious episode.
I
Yes.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Science. We talked about
Started with
science.
pets, now we're religious.
We talked about science and religious. So
Yeah.
boom.
You looking for this?
On the left.
I'm a plug that podcast that ended after the first episode.
Oh my god.
It was really intriguing, but
Your brother's weird at podcasts that he ended.
I was like, "You can bring it back." He's like, "No, I'm not."
It
But that'll be it.
was good. We got it filmed.
Yeah, we.
What?
It's a fair amount.
Yep.
Okay, good. My back hurts.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Skibbity bop.